It was celebration gala at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena as both El Kanemi Warriors of Maiduguri and Rivers Angels of Rivers, of course, lifted the President's Federation's Cup. And yes, for the men and women category respectively, for El Kanemi, they will represent the country on the continent, taking our 4th slot for the CAF Confederations Cup. Also in the European Championship, the men have been separated from the boys, but hey, not a convincing performance for England. And of course, the Azuris, defending champions, were knocked out by a very, very good Switzerland side. And in faraway Spain, precisely the Grand Prix, it was Mercedes' first win in 36 races. With that, I welcome you to another exciting edition of Sports Pizza. My name is Edwin Onyebole. So we have so much in store for you, so much to unpack on the show today. I'm not doing this alone. I have my ever-present guy, David, in the building. But first, let's go on a short break, catch our breath. When we come back, we'll start off from the home front. Welcome back from that short break. It is still Sports Pizza, Edwin and David in the building. David, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Yeah, Edwin, it's a pleasure to be as always. I'm good. I feel like a prophet now because my predictions for the Euros knockouts rounds have been going exactly as predicted. I predicted a struggle for England and they did grind it out, and also for Switzerland. Good one for them. All
right, let's get down to action. Starting from the home front, El Kanemi Warriors versus Abia Warriors, final of the President's Federation's Cup. I thought Abia Warriors had the edge, a Premier League side, the experience and all that. But having seen that final, 90 minutes, El Kanemi blew me away. It was a fantastic performance. 2 goals on the day and good value for that victory.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody would have wanted, the rational thing is the Premier League side actually representing us on the continent. But how a team from the 2nd division will now be representing us on the continent. But they've shown that, well, they have what it takes on the field. Hopefully, they will not be able to replicate it when they go on the continent. But
no,
I really doubt it. I'm just being optimistic, but that optimism is the Nigerian in me. But on the day, they were deserved winners. Congratulations to them.
All right. Also for Rivers Angels, it was a fantastic performance. A couple of seasons ago, they lost in the final of, back then it was called the Federations Cup, formerly the FA Cup. But for Nigeria Tales, it was a good showing from them. A side who are looking to build on this FA Cup run. And we hope that next year is going to be bigger, it's going to be better. We saw the razzmatazz, we saw the fun, we saw the action. And when you look at the season holistically, Rangers lifted the Premier League title for the first time since 2016. Also, El Kanemi Warriors from the NNL gained promotion and ended the season with the President Federation's Cup. How would you rate the 2023-24 domestic season?
I mean, it's a step in the right direction. This is the 2nd season of the GTI and the NFF partnership with the IMC, and I think they built on from the success of last season. This season is also a step in the right direction. You know, we saw them decisive in so many. You know, the standard of refereeing improved, and when there were some errant calls, errant officials, they were decisively handled. Then the issues of match trouble and fan violence, they also were decisive. And I think we can only move further from here, more progress.
And also a shout out to the independent content creators, journalists who, through sweat, blood, and their personal money, I know a lot of them, colleagues who went out there without financial backing from the league body or the NFF, went out there with churning out top level content. Shout out to you. You guys are the real MVP. And this is an appeal to the NFF, to the IMC. Take media coverage seriously.
Absolutely.
Take it seriously. You have great minds out there that you can work with, that you can partner with. And it can only be good for the branding of the league. Still on the home front, David, this time Toby Amuson, his victory for her, as Cass struck out Waters' case against her in saying that, hey, let her go. She's free to go. She's free to compete.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for us to take into context, we should actually be specific that it was not actually an actual doping violation. It was more of a whereabouts failure. 3 times in 12 months. She missed tests. The way WADA conduct their testing is random testing.
Yeah.
So you're called and she missed 3 times. So we felt like WADA were like, why would you miss 3 times in 12 months? Which means if you don't have skeletons in your cupboard, why are you absconding from testing? But then, unfortunately for her, unfortunately for Nigeria, the ruling was in our favor, and so she's free to compete at the Paris Olympics.
I want to read CAF's statement. It was released on Friday. They said the panel unanimously found that Amuson had committed 2 fighting failures but did not confirm a missed test that would have constituted a 3rd whereabouts failure. So we're happy for Tobi Amuson. So she's going to the Paris 2024 Olympics with a free head, let me put it that way. And don't forget, she's the world record holder for the 100 meters women's hurdles. Away from the home scene, David, in Formula One, it was Mercedes, McLaren, and of course Ferrari. George Russell, Mercedes' first win in 36 races.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the way they captioned it, he capitalized on the feelings of both Red Bull and McLaren with Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. I mean, he capitalized his 2nd F1 victory in his career. It's a good one for him. I mean, they are trying to make this season more exciting for us. But I think the real drama was the Max Verstappen and Lando Norris. I mean, when you are 2 friends have something like that, the statements both of them gave after, it means like their friendship might be affected. You have to put business before personal affairs. But I think excitement all around. I mean, we are seeing McLaren doing very well. Oscar Piastri still led the battle, even when Lando Norris crashed out. He couldn't finish the race. So I think it's an exciting season. And another race that Red Bull did not win. Hopefully we get more of this over the course of this season.
Yeah, Piastri and Carlos Sainz completed the podium. Verstappen finished 4th, despite getting a 10-second penalty for initiating that collision with Landon Norris. Also, don't forget, Wimbledon is on. We've seen some of the best players at the All England's Club, some of the best tennis being played, and I'm sure you guys are enjoying it. We'll give you all of the tidbits and information you need to know about Wimbledon. We need to go on a break. When we come back, all eyes will be on the European Championship. Struggling England, defending champions Italy out. Welcome back to the second half of the show. It is Sports Pizza. If you're joining us for the very first time, my name is Edwin Onyebolise. I also have David in the building. All right, David, let's start with Italy, defending champions. I did put it on my X handle before this game that I fancied Switzerland to progress, and it was a fantastic performance from start to finish. Everything you expected from Italy, you found in Switzerland.
Absolutely. I mean, when the lineups were released and then Spalletti went with 6 changes in the round of 16. I mean, it's really abysmal. I don't know what he was thinking. He was trying to freshen things up, but that was the wrong time to. And Muratiakin said after the game in post-match press that as soon as he saw the lineup, he felt, I'm going to capitalize on and kill this Italian team. They are here for the taking. I mean, starting Fagioli, someone who is just returning from a 7 months and betting.
El Shaarawy.
Yes, El Shaarawy. Players who had not kicked the ball this tournament. I mean, it was an abysmal performance. The numbers did not even support it. I mean, in the first half, possession recovered in the final third, showing how offensive a team are. Italy could not recover the possession even once in the first half. In the center of the park, we expect to be cagey. They also recovered the ball only twice, so it means they were totally overrun. I mean, Granit Xhaka pulling the strings, Remo Freuler, and then Varga. So everything Italy that could have gone wrong for Italy went wrong, and I mean everything that could have gone right for Switzerland, it went right for them.
Was this performance on Spalletti, or you look at the, I don't want to be harsh, but you look at the apparent lack of talent in this Italian side, which weighed more when you put the Italian campaign under the microscope?
Now, unfortunately, I'm absorbing Spalletti of the blame in this one.
Really?
I think the quality of the players, this is one of the worst Italian teams I've seen in a long time to any major international tournament. It's abysmal, the quality of players they're able to parade. In attack, when you have Scamacca, Retegui 2 seasons ago was playing the Argentine first division. It was not even, he didn't go to the conventional Italian track. So I think the quality of players really, and the fact that, remember, Spalletti took the job in September after Mancini left to chase the Saudi big bucks. So I think he came in and he had to stable. I mean, even the FA president had to come to his defense and say, we are not jettisoning this project, we are giving him the time because you have to consider all the factors. So I think the players that he has now, he has to work with them. And he has said his brief is to try and get the team playing better, get the team younger, try to refresh. So I think the players are to blame in this situation.
I will tilt towards Spalletti. When life throws you lemon, you make lemonade. Yes, the quality, the lack of quality in this side is shocking. But I thought the basics, defend, build up faster, create chances, all of that was missing. And in that scenario, the box stops at the feet of the manager. Let's go to another team who, by the skin of their teeth, prevailed. England. Jude Bellingham to the rescue, but once again, same Gareth Southgate comes under the limelight. His selection. What did you make of it? Kobe Mino starting.
No, I mean, it was a very brave decision, and it worked out in the end because Kobe Mino, I mean, the boy is a special talent. The ability to actually control. He's the youngest starter for England at a major international tournament, and he didn't show. I mean, some of the passes he was able to pick, the line-breaking passes that has been lacking. You saw at times you saw Declan Rice giving the ball to him to actually take initiative and make things happen. I think it was the one positive that England can actually connect. I'm sure in the next game, Kobe Mino gets a start alongside Adi. I think they finally stumbled on something that will work. But everywhere across the pitch, the same familiar feelings are still there.
Phil Foden, Bukayo Saka, Harry Kane. Something's got to change against Switzerland.
Yeah, Jude Bellingham also in the mix. It seems that triumvirate or whatever, that quartet is not just clicking. I don't understand. I mean, in the second half, when it was getting close to the end of the game, so there is Southgate about to, would I call it media pressure or, a right statement. He took Saka to left back when the stroke of Palmer came on, when Trippier had to go up injured. So I think but it worked in a way, gave them something different on the left. But I think how Southgate is still going to find a way around those 4 players is still the real drama that he has to unfold.
If there's a player who deserves a starting place, I think it's Cole Palmer. He came on and you could see he brought something different. Line breaking passes, he was taking the ball to the opponent. And I also feel like what England lack a lot are runners behind the defense. The profile of players they have are players who want the ball at feet. And it is easier to defend that way, especially in international tournament where the pace of the game is a lot slower than at club football. And still with England, David, they face Switzerland in the quarterfinals. On the balance of play, squad depth, strength, quality, also from what you've seen, like I said, balance of play, who is the favorite for this time?
Sad to hear for those fans of England. I think Switzerland are the more informed side. They are the better side in this going into this time. I mean, England look like a team that are just still trying to find their feet, and Switzerland look like their feet firmly planted. They know exactly what. I mean, they've been knocking on the door of major international tournaments. They've made, gone past the group stages of like the last 6 international tournaments. So this is probably their time to go over the line. I think England will be an unfortunate scalp for them to take again.
For England to get out of this game unscathed, what must Gareth Southgate do?
Oh, a lot of the things we saw after the closing stages of this Slovakia game, Cole Palmer, like you mentioned, he needs to start a game. He offers them something totally different. Unfortunately for Bukayo Saka, as an Arsenal fan, unfortunately he has not come to this tournament. So I think it's either he goes to
is that more on the coach or on Saka?
I think it's more on Saka. He came into this tournament off the back of an injury-ending season. He missed the last 2 games of the end of the season, and then he has not been fit. So I think the fitness issue. So I think the fact that the coach doesn't want to bench him, I don't know why. Probably he still trusts him, but he's not been the Saka we usually see on a regular basis for England. So I think it's more on the player, his injury.
All right, let's talk Germany, host country. 2-0 winners against Denmark. Musiala with the second, Kai Havertz with the opener from the penalty spot. But it wasn't without controversy. Denmark felt that offside shouldn't have been. And the handball shouldn't have been given as a penalty. Where do you stand?
Unfortunately for English officials, the two matches, there's France versus Netherlands in the group stages, and now the Germany versus Denmark now. I think, let's put that aside. Those calls were right. Marginal, quite all right, but they were right. Denmark can feel hard done by that. You didn't go their way, but the rules are the rules. I don't think the officials followed the rules to the letter of the law, and that's why you fall on the wrong side of it.
David, I think there are too many gray areas around the offside call or the offside rule and the handball rule. For the offside rule, I saw a lot of comments on social media, and one of the comments was that the reason why the Denmark goal wasn't given was because the attacker's size of boot is bigger than the defenders. And when you sit back to think about it, because it was more or less like a minuscule centimeter difference, do you think that is enough advantage? Because for an attacker to be deemed offside, he needs to be in an advantageous position. That wasn't an advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think these fine margins issues is why I think IFAB needs to sit down and revamp the law. I mean, in the Premier League, we've seen them actually manually drawing lines and adjusting the lines to me. So I think you can't consider toenail or just the tip of the boot an advantage. How does your boots being ahead of somebody give you an advantage over? I think the offside decision should be very clear. Once you maybe a full body length or something advantageous, but the referees and they are insistent on following the letter of the law that any slight advantage should be awarded as offside.
And for the handball also, it was a case of
unnatural
body position and all that stuff. So I do know that the ball changes direction off the hand of a defender is given as a penalty, but you also have to consider the proximity to when the ball was struck and when it hit the arm of the defender. But Germany wouldn't care. They are through to the quarterfinals. Finally, Spain easily dispatched Georgia and further cemented their status as the team to beat at the European Championship. Finally considered, but considered to the top scorer that is his own goal. All right, David, that's the much we can take on the show today. I'm sure you had so much fun with us. We'll do this same time next week. We'll leave you with our video for the week. Remember to follow us on our social media platforms now showing on your screen. We also have lovely content for you on the YouTube page. It is at Sports Pizza. Like, subscribe, and of course, drop a comment. It is adios from me, Edwin Onyebolise. See you same time next week. And of course, to my co-partner, David.
Yeah, from David is goodbye.